Oh wow, we've got a bomber raid in the stream. Thanks for joining us everyone, and oh god, please spare me! (1989's Bomber Raid for the Master System is a vertically scrolling shoot-'em-up developed by Sanritsu, and is infamous for being the final Master System game released in Japan. As a result of being a game that released in Japan, it has a secret FM soundtrack that us PAL gamers could never access, as we never received the FM sound unit, or a version of the Master System where it's built in. This 1942 style shooter sees you piloting an era-appropriate fighter craft into enemy territory where you have to shoot down various enemy aircraft, tanks and ships. You'd think that the sprite limitations of the Master System would make this a pretty bare-bones experience, but surprisingly there's a lot of enemies and enemy fire to worry about, with very little slowdown or flicker. There is a selection of power-ups that are drip-fed to you throughout the game that can help turn the tide in your favour. Shoot the item capsules to reveal P icons that allow you to slowly power up your main shot, S icons that can give you additional movement speed, and red number icons that give you additional options that can be arranged in 4 different formations. These formations are designated a number from 1 to 4, and when the number icon appears you can shoot it to change the number. I generally go for option 2 because it arranges the options in a nice spread shot, and I love me a spread shot. In fact, I judge anyone who doesn't pick the spread shot when it's available for you in any shooting game. Why would I want to choose a power-up that doesn't give me a wider attack spread? I love to shoot more things! In addition to your standard shot, you also have a limited amount of cluster bombs which should be saved for a particularly dire circumstance or against the game's bosses. It's a pretty standard setup as far as shmups go, but it all handles really well and offers a decent challenge for shmup fans. In fact, I'd even go as far to say that this is actually a pretty good alternative to the Power Strike games, which are often regarded the best shmups on the Master System. Sure, the Power Strike games are an easy recommendation due to their quality, but have you seen the prices those games command nowadays? I can only recommend those games if you emulate them, because those collector's prices are absolutely insane. Bomber Raid, on the other hand, far more reasonable, which is why it's an easy recommendation for Master System owners. The power-up system in Bomber Raid actually bears a striking resemblance to Power Strike, making it a nice budget equivalent for shmup fans looking to expand their Master System collection. It's always nice to discover a good game that is still affordable for those of us who don't have endless amounts of money to spend on retro games. Bomber Raid was a pleasant surprise when I finally got to play it for the first time. It's much more than the 1942 clone with its wide array of power-ups, and a great budget equivalent for those of us who can't afford the Power Strike games.